What is up, Arizona? You're watching 12 Sports tonight on 12 Plus. I'm Cameron Cox. We're going to catch up with the rest of the crew here in just a moment. Every week, we appreciate you coming to hang out with us, talking all things Arizona sports. We're going to tell you the important stories, the ones that matter, and as always, introduce you to people that inspire. This is 12 Sports Tonight, Arizona's OG, longest-running sports show, streaming on 12 Plus. Every Wednesday during the football season, we kick off the show announcing the winner of our Friday Night Fever Game of the Week poll. We had 3 great games this week. It did not come down to the wire. This is one of the most lopsided wins I have ever seen in my nearly 12 years doing this poll here for Friday Night Fever and our Game of the Week. We want to thank all you for voting out there. I know it's fall break, got a lot of different things going on, but you voted, and there was a clear winner this week. The winner is... I bet you can guess. There we go. Who else? Congrats to Red Mountain at Mountain View. We're headed to Mesa. Can't wait for this game. These two teams, always really talented. Mountain View, always really good. The Toros under head coach Andy Litton. That program's revived. That community is rocking and rolling. When the Toros are good, Mesa is good. Red Mountain too as well. They've been so good out there in Far East Mesa. One of the toughest programs, I say this every year, under Kyle Enders, one of the toughest programs yearly. They are always physical for the Mountain Lions. This should be a great game. It is our Friday Night Fever Game of the Week. Red Mountain and Mountain View, it will lead off the show on Friday night.
Fever Sweet Plays is sponsored by Sweet James Accident Attorneys.
All right, go vote right now for our Sweet Play of the Week. We got nominees from Chandler, Tempe, Marcos, Deniza. Vote right now at 12news.com. Or look at that, we got a QR code for you. Just pick your favorite play. That's all you got to do. Voting goes all week. Winners announced every Friday night on the Fever. At the end of the year, all the weekly winners going to be up for the Sweet Play of the Year and a $5,000 scholarship courtesy of Sweet James Accident Attorneys. As always, every Thursday night here on the 12 Plus app for your TV, we got select high school football games streaming live right here on 12 Plus every Thursday night. This Thursday, we got Thunderbird at Paradise Honors. It's hard to believe where we're at in this schedule. It is mid-October already. Pre-game show at 6:30, kickoff at 7. Tune in every Thursday night on the 12 Plus app for your TV for some live high school football. Then join us Friday night for Friday Night Fever, Arizona's longest-running high school football show, rocking and rolling. Highlight scores and interviews from all over the state. Be a believer, catch the Fever every Friday night at 11:35. And finally, calling all high schools. Join the Friday Night Fever Fundraising Challenge. Friday Night Fever in St. Vincent de Paul inviting your school to join this friendly competition. Scan the QR code, register or find your school, and then donate. Every dollar raised is going to help put Thanksgiving meals on the table of neighbors really would otherwise go without. Help make a difference for families here in Arizona. The winning team gets a $1,000 equipment sponsorship from Bashas'. All right, let's get more reaction. Joining us right now, a host of the Cardinals pre- and post-game show on the radio, Tim Ring. Tim, the question everyone wants to know, is there a quarterback controversy for the Cardinals? Come on, off the rip.
Not according to Jonathan Gannon, who shot that down right quick today after the game. Guys, I think what Jacoby Brissett did today accomplishes a couple of things. One, if Kyler Murray is not 100% healthy for that Packer game, you feel a lot better about holding him out. Sure. And you got the bye week coming up, and then you go on the road against Dallas on Monday Night Football. The second thing I think it accomplished today is put the pitchforks away for Drew Petzing a little bit here, because I think we saw Drew Petzing's offense, which actually Trey McBride, you heard him in that interview with Jake Garcia say, once Vokalek went down, we had to kind of alter our game plan. But Drew Petzing still called the same passing plays he's called all year, and there's a reason why the Cardinals' downfield passing game, the vertical passing game, was effective today, because Jacoby Brissett was doing things that we just haven't seen enough of out of Kyler Murray.
Consistently pushing the ball down the field.
Yes, stand in the pocket, hang in the pocket, step up in the pocket, distribute the football to a wide variety of targets. And Kyler Murray just hasn't done that enough here in 2025. And Brissett, obviously, the numbers don't lie, guys. He threw for 320 yards. Kyler Murray, since the start of 2023, has thrown one game where he tossed it for more than 320 yards. So what Brissett did today in one game is just something we haven't seen enough of out of Kyler Murray the last couple of years.
Something we haven't seen enough of is also the offense having the ball in the final 2 minutes of regulation. What did you make of that final drive, and then just the way that this team once again failed to close out a game?
You know, it's funny. The Cardinals in the second half, Lena, they went touchdown, touchdown, field goal. Then they drove 10 plays, 78 yards, and were within the 10-yard line of putting 34 points on the board. Scored 27. They were knocking on the door. They had an opportunity, obviously, to put it in the end zone or even get a first down if they got inside the 2-yard line. And then Trey McBride, was he held? Probably. Did you get the call? No. Obviously, you did not. But again, I think it was a byproduct of Jacoby Brissett hanging in the pocket and delivering the football down the field to put his team in a position to win. But again, you don't make critical plays at critical times, ultimately enough critical plays to win the football game. We see it on both sides of the football. The last few weeks, it's been the defense. Defense wasn't great today at all, but the offense had a chance to make one more play to get that victory maybe, and they couldn't do it.
And Tim, I think the reason we're talking about Jacoby the way we are is because finally for the first time in a while, this offense looked easy. It's looked hard to start the year, and it's looked hard a lot under Kyler Murray. He has said that flat out. Today, the ball was moving down the field with ease, and you just have to wonder. And you also, people get a lot of targets, too. Greg Dortch, Michael Wilson, finally getting involved in the game. Drew Petzing, you and I were talking about this before this. Like, he's not calling up plays for Zay Jones, but the ball is going towards him. The ball seemed to just go more where it needed to go down the field today, and it's just something we haven't seen. And the reason people are wondering if there's a quarterback competition, well, there's a competition for everything right now. They're 2-4. This schedule was super easy off the rip, and here they are. We're wondering if now they're not even going to be in contention towards the end. They have to go 10-1 just to hit my 12-win total.
Well, that was bold to begin with.
Well, we were all way off on predictions. But Cameron, let me jump in, and you're exactly right. And this is why I kind of opened our segment here today, is like, put the pitchforks away for Drew Petzing. He didn't dial up different passing plays today. He just had a quarterback that democratically got the football down the field. I mean, I got the numbers right here. They're number 2, 3, and 4 wide receiver, Wilson, Dortch, and Jones, right? Combined this season, the first 5 games, 148 receiving yards. Today, 132 receiving yards alone. 1 touchdown today, 1 touchdown combined the first 5 games. So their productivity in terms of number 2, 3, and 4 was equal to the entire season in terms of what they did out there today. And a big reason why, again, was that Jacoby Brissett was operating the offense.
Yeah, and they didn't have a whole lot of bonehead mistakes and penalties. But you mentioned the defense also being largely sound and giving this team a chance to win in most of these games. They struggled today. What was your takeaway from what they were able to do or not do against Jonathan Taylor and Daniel Jones?
All right, the Colts have the most points in the NFL. They came into today with the best point differential. So that's a good football team. Daniel Jones, for whatever reason, has it working in Indy. I don't think Nick Wallace maybe had the best game in terms of his play calls defensively. It looked like they were out-schemed a little bit, and guys were losing individual battles because of that, but they couldn't get him off the field in the second half. The Colts go field goal, touchdown, and then the end of the game, even though they didn't score, obviously, they got the 1 first down they needed. So the Colts got whatever they want, whenever they wanted it, and it wasn't a great game for the Cardinal defense. They got the big interception from Mack Wilson, and then
turned it right back over.
Promptly turned it right back over. So you give up 31 points, you lose the football game today. It's funny, the perception of the fan base, it's different when the offense plays well and the defense doesn't. If you lose a game 16-15, you walk away going, that was terrible. You lose a game 31-27, you're like, you know what, the Cardinals did all right today.
Interesting. It's not stinging as bad.
They battled today. They were right there.
Cardinal fans all over the place. Speaking of being right there, I think we were a little off from our training camp show. Listen to this back in July. Give me a bold prediction. Come on.
You got bold?
Bold with a capital B.
If we're going to go bold, we can't go bold negative, right? I can't give you Jacoby Brissett takes over the job.
No, you can just say whatever's on your heart, Tim.
All right, here's what I got. I thought about this. I knew you were going to ask me it. I think the Cardinals have a real favorable schedule early on in the season. I think they're going to start 6-1.
Okay.
I think they're going to parlay that into a 12-5 finish, and I think they're going to win their first division title since 2015.
There's finally someone who's joined me on my island with 12 wins.
12-win island,
It's just
right
him and
here.
I. That's it.
Man, I look pretty smart here now because I wasn't saying 12 wins. I was thinking 2-5 was really realistic when you look ahead as before.
Why do you even have that guy on?
Bold.
I mean, he doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Bold with a capital B is what we were looking for, and man,
it was bold.
Yeah. You sprinkled in some Jacoby there. A few weeks off.
Yes.
I believed it then.
Okay.
And they did have a favorable schedule. Obviously, the Colts are way better than we thought, but I did not expect.
And the Cardinals are worse than we thought. We thought.
And that's the.
And that's the thing. That's why I think the conversations are where they're at right now, Tim. We thought this team was just going to be a lot better, and as JG said today, they're just not. Their record says what they are, and it's going to take a Herculean effort the back half of the year to get into contention.
It also stinks that they've lost these last 4 games by a combined 9 points. So they've been right there, but the inability to close and finish is really getting this team.
Jonathan Gannon's coached 40 games in the NFL. He's won 14. He'd be the first to tell you, got to start winning football games, gang. And got to start winning games.
The tough part through all this, they're going to have to win now in the back half of the year.
They haven't beaten anybody over 500 in about a year. Okay, now, including today, their next 7 games. So it'll be 8 in a row against teams that at least right now are over 500.
There we go. He's Tim Ring in studio with us. Appreciate the time, Tim.
You got it.
I'm Cameron Cox. All right, ASU quarterback Sam Leavitt practiced today after missing Saturday's blowout loss to Utah. Per ASU guidelines, TV cameras weren't allowed to shoot video of Leavitt, so today was picture day at practice. Jake Garcia has more from Tempe.
Sam Leavitt practicing on Tuesday was just like Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. We know what happened because we saw it. There's just no video proof. The walking boot from Saturday replaced with the tape job. Whether Leavitt's back with the starting job is up in the air. The cloud hanging over ASU football on Tuesday, the aftermath from a storm on Saturday. ASU was crushed by Utah, and Sam Leavitt was confined to the sideline. This week, he's back at practice. The evidence, grainy pictures, reminiscent of ones taken 60 years ago. ASU insists that even if Leavitt can't go, the offense won't wilt away.
To say the emotional change, that's softness. If that's a reason for losing, then we're going to lose a lot of games here.
Senior Jeff Sims has never won in relief of Leavitt. He could be in line for a second straight start.
Whether I'm starting or whether I'm the backup, I prepare like I'm starting every time.
The life of a backup quarterback, constantly in limbo.
Just go out there and try to compete for the team. You know, I didn't really think too much of it. You know, I knew this time would come eventually, so I just made sure I stayed ready.
Sims said he knew on Wednesday he'd be the starter. Enough time for him to be ready, but a short notice for the rest of the team.
Me and Jeff didn't get no reps during the week in practice on Tuesday or Wednesday, so our timing was just off. And me and Sam, we've thrown so many times together, our time is just always together.
Leavitt had practiced all last week before the sudden injury announcement. He's back under center now.
He moved in the pocket a little bit today. You know, last week he never left the pocket.
His toughness and tenacity, a welcome sight for ASU.
You want guys like that are, you know, they want to play. They're going to do everything possible, and that's what he is.
And a sign the sun will come out soon.
We'll have a conversation, and then by tomorrow, when the injury report's out, we'll disclose the honest truth.
ASU isn't the only team dealing with quarterback questions. Texas Tech's Baron Morton is day-to-day with a leg injury. Freshman sensation Will Hammond is the future of the program. He could be the present this weekend. In Tempe, Jake Garcia, 12 Sports.
And it's been the Sam Leavitt show on the ground. He has been sensational so far tonight in every aspect of this team.
What would you tell the Westland High School version of yourself, knowing your journey and kind of what lies ahead in your career? What would be your message to the younger version of yourself?
Just be a little bit more loving on yourself. You know, I was always a grinder, and I don't think I would say to put your head down and work any harder. I really work about as hard as I do now, and had that kind of work ethic since my sophomore year of high school. So I'd kind of just say it's the pressure that I put upon myself. But, you know, that's what drove me and what put me in this situation. So I don't know if I'd change anything about that. I would just say cherish relationships, I guess, a little bit more.
What standard do you have for yourself this season, and how have you taken steps to achieving that so far this year?
I tried to put a standard and some goals and expectations early in the year, and honestly it didn't work out. I put too much stress on myself and wasn't playing as good, worried about the wrong things. So I'm kind of trying to live in the moment and play each play it. You know, it doesn't matter what happens the next play, you're only able to play in that moment. So really just trying to live in the moment and focus on what I can do with where I am.
Yeah. How has coming to ASU changed your life as a person and as a player?
Everything. Put me in the situation within football, financially, honestly, grew me up in a lot of ways. It was pretty rough my first 6 months here. That was probably some of the roughest 6 months of my life. And I just was able to really grind through that. And you know, I kind of think that was the catalyst to what made me be able to do what I did last year, and then going into this year having the the success and determination and the grit. So, you know, God puts you in those situations to have those trials and tribulations, and the way that you come out of it is the reason that you have any success.
We'll get you out on this. What is your pregame hype song?
My pregame hype song, I actually like to listen to calm music before the game, so I'm either listening to some reggae.
All right.
You know, my favorite artist is Sir. I don't know if y'all know him, but little
Hair Down, I know that one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I honestly try to stay pretty calm before the game. Yep, Zen mode for sure.
Zen mode, get into the flow state. Awesome, Sam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Hey, the Mercury, that rebuilding season, man, it wrapped up in the WNBA Finals. How cool is that? And there's really no shame in getting swept by a sports news dynasty, 4-time MVP, or a team winning their 3rd title in 4 years. But hey, what a gutsy season and playoff run by the Merc.
Yeah, they certainly put the league on notice with a second-year head coach, a completely new roster, an investment made by ownership. Phoenix has become a destination for the best players in the world at a time when the W is booming.
From Maryland, the engine, number 25, Alyssa Thomas.
The Phoenix Mercury went from a fresh start to the WNBA Finals in 6 months. With Diana Taurasi's retirement and Brittany Griner moving on in free agency, the front office still found a way to move the franchise forward.
I'm so proud of our group. You know, like a run like this with how new we were is pretty rare. It's been a super special year. Obviously, this is a special place for me being from here, and I'm just very thankful.
Kalia Copper, Alyssa Thomas, and Satu Sabali became Phoenix's new big 3.
Being out there, I know when I look to my left, we going to war, and I know it's about winning. It's about nothing but winning.
It's been a while since I had a season like this where it's just a lot of fun to come into work every day from, you know, your front office to the team. So super grateful that I was able to have this opportunity, and I wouldn't have changed anything about this season.
The Merc made a statement in the playoffs, standing tall against the defending champion Liberty and giving the Lynx all they could handle before facing the queens of the league in Las Vegas.
When you talk about Mercury basketball, when you talk about the Phoenix Mercury, period, like, we never gonna quit. We gonna get after it, and we can handle whatever you throw at us.
The Aces are an example of how continuity could be the key for Phoenix to unlock its 4th WNBA championship.
Definitely a learning experience for a lot of players in our locker room that have never been on this level, but still super proud of how our team fought and competed and never gave up.
But the uncertainty surrounding a new collective bargaining agreement could leave the front office in limbo this offseason. 2025 marks the beginning of a new era for the Mercury at a time when the WNBA is hotter than it's ever been.
I think for what we've done from a year ago to now is pretty impressive. And so whatever that leads to, we feel like we've built a great foundation for who we are and who we want to be in the future.
That'll do it for us. Thank you so much for watching 12 Sports tonight on 12+. Same time, same place next week. I'm Cameron Cox. We'll see you right back here Sunday night at 10:30 for 12 Sports Tonight.